Hello, poor people. How are you today? Very quickly, I'm going to explain how to remain relevant as a successful person. Before tonight's discourse, I came to the realization that all my content has been tailored to appeal to the average bourgeoisie. So we're going to do something different today. Tonight's discourse will be relevant to both successful people and only successful people. So if you're poor, do not disengage. Do not feel bad. As long as you're working as hard as possible, getting after it every single day, and trying to do something worthy of admiration, which is from a scriptural basis and legal, I'm rooting for you. So if you're poor, you might have to shelve tonight's discourse. It might not make sense today, but having the consciousness, having it at the back of your mind, this is what I'm supposed to do when I achieve success, is invariably the best path to take. But anybody who has attained success in any field would share the easiest part is the attainance. It's easy to be successful, it's easy to be rich. However, what is difficult is the maintenance, the ability to retain what you've gotten. We know superstars, big influencers who have gone broke as a consequence of the lack of the understanding I'm about to share. Now, I do not want tonight's discourse to be from a standpoint of finances. That's far from it. If you are irresponsible financially, it's a one-way path. It's common sense to understand how to retain your finances. So do not be responsible. Prioritize assets over liabilities. Invest your income in things that pay for your liability. Invest in things that pay for things. Do not use your money to pay for things. So it's common sense. And I can make it lengthy if you like. But tonight's discourse would focus around what I call the dilution of aura. There are certain celebrities you used to look up to, individuals you almost worshipped like God, but something happened along the lines where a course of action destroyed every single thing they worked for. So in tonight's discourse, I will teach you not only how to identify those kind of problems, but as well as to avoid them. Because the best solution to anything is prevention. It's better it doesn't happen at all than for you to solve the problem. So, as a successful person, there are two kinds of people you need to identify: dilution as well as aggrandization. So, there are two kinds of people: the ones who are there to dilute your aura, and the others who increases your status. Is another word for aggrandization, to increase. Dilution of aura. Let's start with that. This is a course of action most celebrities undertake unconsciously. So, in an attempt to increase their status, they are engaging with every and any single person who has the hashtag of trending, or any and every single upcoming artist. They are trying their best to remain relevant in today's day and society. Not only is that action mechanical, and anything that is mechanical is distasteful, people hate the idea of you trying hard, trying your best to trend. And of course, that kind of mindset spirals you into degenerate actions. So unconsciously, I've taught it countlessly. Once you sustain a belief, your actions would always align to produce the outcome. You want to get money. So unconsciously, you're networking, you're dressing better, you have the skincare. There are so many things you do unconsciously that parallels to that outcome. Unconsciously, when you want to trend, you have no idea when you invite 16-year-old streamers into your workplace and engage in all kinds of childish things. But that's far. I don't know why I'm diverging. That's not what I want to talk about. The angle I would love to attack it from is the dilution. So, in an attempt to promote a business or some kind of narrative, you are forced to engage with people at the lower echelon of society, or you are forced to hide down and interact with certain kind of people, either to push a narrative or a business. Unfortunately, celebrities or people you look up to do it the wrong way. That end up it ends up costing them their status and their aura. Because when you are identify with certain kind of people, you get grouped in that category. Imagine being grouped in the same category as a 16-year-old degenerate streamer. Exactly. For that reason, you, as the average bourgeoisie, desire to meet a celebrity because you understand being in that room increases your status. Unfortunately for them, being in that room, being the biggest in that setting, dilutes your aura. That action taken on a consistent base destroys every single thing they work for. So there are individuals who dilute your aura. And let me quickly add, there are times where you need these people. These people are needed to promote your business or this new store or store just launched. Instead of trying to engage or put your face there to increase your followers per se, you can do it from a very smart standpoint where you engage without engaging. Have you ever seen Bernard Arnold, the CEO of Louis Vuitton, at a fashion show, engaging with the models and or being on stream in an attempt to promote a new store? Exactly. So this is some new age bullshit. It doesn't work. It dilutes your aura. You're never going to get anything from it. Now, it's understandable if you're inferior, if you have no status, if you're a virtual unknown trying to promote a store, then there's no aura to dilute in the first place. But if you have your own brand, you should be very careful with collaborations. There are people you introduce to your life that destroys every single thing you've worked for. Secondly, gradation of status. The converse is this is the flip script of what I just shared. There are individuals you meet today that increases your power levels. For instance, a meeting with the president automatically increases your status. You are able to do business more, your credibility increases. A photo, I know places in Nigeria, just because a man hung out with tons of billionaires and flooded his Instagram with photos of that experience, was able to pull billions of naira in scam because of that credibility. So there's such a thing called rich by proxy. It might not be physically profitable, or the association might not give you cash logically or parallelly, or from a parallel standpoint, linearly, that's the word. The association might not drop money in your bank account, but the association will lead to business that becomes profitable. Or just being around them, the things you hear, the elevated style of thinking puts you in that position. For the sake of time, we'll end it here. As always, my friends, a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.